Oh, good morning, Team 140, and yes, welcome to Mod 4. We'll take a quick walk through the expectations, but what was also required of everyone from Mod 3. Please be mindful of the fact that regardless, okay, regardless of the assignment, whether it's a discussion board, a practice activity, or whatever, please take your time, outline your ideas first, make sure you rely upon factual reference, okay, to support your position, what you're saying. Again, most, if not all of these assignments or assessments are not opinion based, small o opinion. All right, always back your statements up with reference to fact, and that means the resources, the textbook, etc. Okay, always write as though you were preparing to teach or deliver a seminar to people who have no idea what you're talking about. My job is to assess and vet, scrutinize, etc., your work based upon the requirements of the course, the rubrics, and the profession itself. Again, where we cannot be misunderstood. So be very careful with slang, right? Street terminology. Be careful with I feel, I think. Okay. If you're purporting to have a thought, you're saying, I believe this, or based upon what I've read, or according to, now you can support those statements. But you have to make sure that you do the reading itself. If you want to be a great writer, which in our profession you really have to be a precision writer, the more you read, the better writer you will become. And I mean reading scholarly material, your textbook, etc., and the resources that are included. Okay. Again, this is a text only environment, so it can be difficult because you have to master the English language in order to be understood in all situations by all people. Right? That's a heavy burden, but this is a great way to get used to that, understand the expectations. And my job is to always reflect upon those for you so you are not deceived, because I will not deceive you. If you miss a directive or an expectation or a question, okay, my job is to read and reread your work to make sure that you honored all the expectations so you didn't short shrift the assignment. Think about that in terms of our profession. If you short shrift a report, okay, where lives depend upon your excellence in writing and communication, well, you can fill in the blank from there. Okay, so we have to be very mindful of that, in spite of all the obligations that you have. And I understand that family comes first, you have work, etc. And that's why I tell everybody, and it's in my bio, my cell phone number is there. I am available 7 days a week. And usually in the evening hours, if I miss your call, leave your name and a good callback number in time to call you back, and I will help you with your assignments. That's what I'm here to do. But if I don't hear from you, it's hard for me to help, right? So, anyway, that's what I'm here to back you up, support you, guide you through the course, alleviate your stress, and help you achieve excellence. So, you know, in Mod 3, this is what you had to do. You had a practice activity. Okay, and I'll be grading these this week. I had a technical glitch with my computer last week. I had to go down to IT, blah, blah, blah. So make sure though, okay, when you're doing these things, this area, the resources are outstanding. How do I know that? Well, I was the chief product officer for the development of this program, this course too as well, right? And all the courses in the program. And the people that I work with did a fantastic job, okay, selecting the right resources for you. These people who did this are known as subject matter experts, and they all came from, okay, and are teaching with us. They all come from various, let's say, levels of importance, etc., in criminal justice agencies across the country. There was a Boston police superintendent. We had prosecutors, lawyers, you name it. There was a healthy, very diverse representation of experts who said, this is what these students need in order to work with and for me, for example, okay, and what they need for the profession in order to solve the problems that we have at our doorstep. So this isn't the world according to me, all right? This is what the profession, the discipline, and the people we serve demand. They demand excellence, right? And it's a lot of pressure. So you had excuse me, you had you had a journal to do, communication consequences, practice activity, and a quiz. Lots of work to be done, no question about it. Plan your time accordingly, right, to the best that you possibly can. In Mod 4, right? You have, let's move this up a little bit, right? Make sure you read the introduction. You have a check your knowledge quiz. Those are really good. Keeps you aligned with things, keeps the energy levels up. Don't forget to utilize your resources as you motor on down to making your case, which means you need to take a position, an articulate position, supported by fact. So once you read about this particular issue here, we have a person who refused to issue a marriage license to same-sex couples, etc. Make sure you read through that. And when you are prepared to write, remember, discussion board is not a hallway conversation. It is about taking a position based upon fact, okay? And yes, through your lens, you offer up your position. So you take one of the following two positions. An individual must carry out the mission of the organization they represent, even if their personal convictions are blah, blah, blah. You can read through that. Make sure you read. Take your time and make sure you always scroll down, okay? Take a deep breath and read. And if you don't understand something, let me know. I'll help you. Then, using the provided example or one you have researched, make your case. Use the following questions to guide you in your response. Okay, so you have these questions to answer. Now, in response to your peers, okay, consider how their argument compares to yours. Do you agree with the position? Why or why not? Now, again, why or why not is based, your responses are only going to be robust and effective if you rely upon what you've read. Okay, so now we have the undergrad discussion rubric. All right, excuse me. Now, again, this is the guiding document, okay, which I utilize to interpret whether or not you're comprehending, that you submit things on time, your level of engagement that's required is there, and writing. Write posts that are easily understood, clear, and concise using proper citation methods, i.e. evidence, right? That's critical in our field, where applicable with no errors in citations. Citations means you are utilizing factual references in APA format, okay, to provide evidence of learning, to provide evidence that supports, okay, your position. So that's the undergrad discussion rubric, okay? Then you have an assignment. Let's pop back over to here. Quiz and a Mod 4 assignment. Let's take a look at that. In this one, you're going to identify if an audience is internal or external to your organization. So chunk that piece out. You will determine the best way to communicate to an audience made up of one or more people. That's our job. Determine how much information can be shared with that audience and then tailor your communication accordingly so you are specific, articulate, and easily understood. Okay, so here's the prompt. Make sure you read through the scenario and utilize the template. I'll say that again. Utilize the template to do that, okay, with bullet points to help organize your information. Now, here's what you need to answer. These where the bullet points are, okay? So you need to prepare your time in order to answer these at the college level, at the university level. Okay, what's expected of the university, the rubric, and yes, more importantly, in some respects, our profession. Any issues there, go to the Shapiro Library. There are incredible librarians there, are professionals, and they will help guide you. Okay, and here's the rubric. Ta-da! Articulation of response, as you know, is on top. So anyway, without beating that up too much, make sure you review this. Successful students usually open up the rubric, set it aside, and write. Now, you are writing utilizing the rubric as your guide for excellence. What's expected of you? Okay? So again, have a great week. Plan your time. If you have any issues or problems, questions, need help, you know how to get a hold of me. If I don't hear from you, it's very hard for me to help you. I have your backs. Have a great week.